Hi, 5th grade. Our first concept that I want to review with you is going to be your different types of shapes in dance, and then we're going to talk about how those shapes can communicate different things to the audience. So I want you to go ahead and stand up. Let's review these shapes together. Make sure you have good space and that you're ready. Now, like I said before, in dance you have 4 different shapes. Before we review those, I want to remind you that all shapes are frozen, all shapes are still. They're like a statue outside. They're never going to move. Now, our first shape that you know is a straight shape. Straight shapes never have bends or curves. You can create these shapes in a lot of different ways. But your body has to be straight and nothing is bent or curved. Now our second shape is the opposite of straight. It is bent. A bent shape is when you're going to have angles or points in your body. Our third shape is going to be a curved shape. It's kind of between straight and bent. Right there in the middle where your body is finding ways to be rounded. Again, these can be created in a lot of different ways. The last one you have is twisted. Twisted is when your body is going to wind and weave through each other. Or you could say that it crosses, the body parts cross one another. So, the 4 that you have are straight, bent, curved, and twisted. Remember, when creating these shapes, you could be at all 3 levels high, in the middle, or down low. Now, when you are dancing, you can hold these shapes in your arms or your legs. So, shapes are always going to be frozen and still. But when you're traveling, you could keep your arms in a curved shape. My legs were moving, my arms were not. So think about that in your dance as well. Now the second thing that I wanted to talk to you about is how these different shapes can communicate an idea. So let's think about different objects or things in our world that could be communicated. Let's think of a box. What shape in your body would you use if you were trying to communicate that you were a box? So most of you might have just said bent. That's right. That's probably what I would use if I was going to be a box. I'd use a bent shape because a box has sharp angles just like a bent shape would in your body. Now, bent is probably not the shape I would use if I was a ball in a dance. If I was a ball in a dance, I'd probably use a curved shape because balls are also rounded like a curved shape is. So try and make those connections when you're thinking about creating your dance. For example, something that is liquid is going to move fluidly. So you might want a shape that doesn't look so stiff. That probably wouldn't communicate the way water moves or the way liquid moves. Now, gas is even more free. Remember, it fills up every space. Right now, this whole room is filled with air. Air is a gas. So, again, I'm not going to pick a shape that is super rigid. I'm probably going to pick something more flowing. So, the last thing I want to remind you of, guys, is remember, when creating your dance, you cannot make a wrong choice. You can pick any shape you want, but you need to pick the one that you think is best going to tell the story to the audience. So think about what you know about those states of matter, and then think about which shape best connects to that. All right, I hope to see you soon. Bye, guys.